here. Have you been waiting long?
No, not really.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I do enjoy seeing a familiar face. Last time, no one survived. I wonder if you were even trying.
Excuse me?
It's so good to have company. For a long time, I was on my own. I can barely recall a time when I wasn't here, watching over these tales. And what good are stories without somebody to experience them? This is a story about those who create, and the lengths they might go to for their art to be made pure. Art can elicit all sorts of reactions. Delight, inspiration, desire, yes, but also doubt, fear, dread. The way you react, the decisions you make, will affect this story. Hidden in the world, you'll find dark pictures. They give glimpses of the possible consequences of your choices. And sometimes it's the smallest choices that can have the biggest repercussions. You're responsible for what happens. You're culpable. I can't interfere. That's very much against the rules. I can only observe what happens and record any significant events. Oh. Ever seen one of these? They're very old. People used to call them obols. They'd put them in the mouth of the recently deceased to pay the ferryman. Look out for them. You'll find them in the strangest places. I'll be happy to exchange any that you find, and I'll certainly make it worth your while.
The ferryman being Kieran, taking
Well,
over the
shall
river
we start?
Styx.
The game is afoot. I will be watching.
My name is Kate Wilder. I've got a master's in criminal psychology. I'm an investigative journalist and hope to make a difference. You may have recently seen my interview on Chicago AM on and yeah, it's really tough when just being honest means everyone thinks you're a bitch. I'm not. Sure, I've got issues to deal with, same as everyone. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Mark. I study photography at UCLA. Had a great time. Really want to get back into some serious photography.
Is this an audition for
It's a job.
a TV show or something?
I've done a key grip and lighting test for years. See a problem, light it. You don't often meet someone like that. Man, how do you even start? I'm sick of being on my own.
Sorry, do you start with qualifications or, like personnel info? Because will anyone access this? I'm kind of private, actually.
Yeah,
Smart.
Johnny Lonnet, UK originally. I've been here for 20 years. The last series was so on track, it was,
Well, now that we're all around 3 minutes into this episode, hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Dark Pictures Anthology Devil in Me blind playthrough, and this is episode 2. I didn't want to do the intro at the beginning because I was a bit afraid that I would interrupt our good friend the curator, because he is such a gentleman, never want to interrupt him. But now that the introduction is out of the way, I'm gonna shut up for a little while so we can focus on the story.
Born with the devil in me.
Roll credits.
I could not help the fact that I was a murderer any more than a poet can help the inspiration to sing. Bury me deep, Your Honor. Make sure they fill my pine box with cement. Put me deeper than anyone else. And cover the ground with more cement, cause trust me. Just being dead ain't enough to stop me from killing again.
Dude, trim your
On May
mustache.
7th, 1896, Herman Mudgett, aka Henry H. Holmes, was sent to the gallows. His neck did not snap from the force of hanging. Records indicate he hung, slowly suffocating for over 15 minutes, until finally, the monster was dead. America's first serial killer confessed to 27 murders. But as investigators sifted through the traces he left behind, following his path from city to city, the number grew significantly. Nearly 200 lives. America's first serial killer, and possibly the worst. He was buried as requested, under concrete. Was he hoping to hide from God's judgment? Or did he truly want to keep the devil from climbing out and killing again?
So, what do you think?
I thought it was quite good.
To be honest, Charlie,
Bit
this is a
pretentious,
pilot.
but
Hold that thought.
a little bloated, maybe, but
Lorna Entertainment.
dramatic, just like any,
Charlie.
just like most true crime shows are.
What can I do for you?
That's
Mr.
what
Du'met?
people want.
It's what I can do for you. Hear me out.
I'm certainly grateful to you, Mr. Du'met. This all sounds amazing, but I'm waiting to hear what the catch is. No offense.
None taken. I'm in a privileged position. I don't need for much. But my time is at a premium. We need to do this today. I'll send a car for you this afternoon, 4 p.m. Be ready.
This afternoon? We're talking a couple of days shoot. I've told my team they're free this weekend, and frankly, they're a temperamental bunch. Without them, this conversation is dead in the water.
I've told you what I have. Please don't waste my time.
But I'm guessing they want to make money,
Yes.
so
Of course, we're in. I'll get them there. I promise. Let's do it. Mr. Du'met send you. Right. Let's load up, guys.
All right, got it.
I'm good.
And something I've been doing throughout this series that
Are you?
that started way back in the first game, Man of Medan. Like, if I have theories, because
This is gonna be grand.
these games are all about twists,
Adventure. Excitement.
in
Anyone?
they all have like a big plot twist towards the end. And
Great, guys.
the funny thing is, during my blind playthrough of Little Hope, I theorized what the plot twist was at the very beginning, and it turned out in the end that I was right.
Topeka.
I think I abandoned that thought
Me.
for a while, but I always came back to it. In case
That wasn't my fault.
you haven't watched that series, feel free to do so. But I will be theorizing throughout this game as well. I'm hoping it's quite fun to play these
Obsessed with H.H. Holmes.
games to see
Totally
if you
can,
can
sure.
figure out
Property
how
you inherited
things
from the relatives.
are
That's
linked
who had the
together
obsession with Holmes.
before they
Some of the rooms are full
expose that to you.
recreations from the murder castle. Du'met has blueprints, documents, artifacts. When I said this would save the show, I was not exaggerating.
And you substantiated all of this.
Just trust me.
Sorry for all the mystery. Before we go any further, I have
Du'met
to ask
sounds
that
like
we
a
lock
fake
up your
name
phones for
to me.
safekeeping. While this may sound strange that I invite you to film the collection inside my home, I cannot allow any personal devices that
Was
may
this
share
part of the
information
plan?
that
Did
could
we know
affect
about
my
this?
business or lifestyle. There are rules. All footage you wish to use must be authorized by me first. I require privacy and discretion. I must insist.
His place, his rules. Look, what he's offering us is worth it. Could be making us pay, but he isn't. If this is all he asks, then we do it.
Fine.
And something I have to say
For the
for
show.
the previous game, House of
Telling
Ashes,
you, this is going to be great.
the
You said that in
curators
Topeka.
said that last time no one survived. And I'm guessing the game reads my save files. I want to say in my defense, I actually had 2 survivors in that game. So no one surviving is... that's him lying. Actually, I played very poorly. If you watched that series, you know. If you haven't, it's up on YouTube. Just check it out. But I made like the worst decisions in gaming history, and I failed quick time events like it's nobody's business.
Thanks, bro. Don't sweat it.
But I enjoyed my journey through that game as well. As I said, I think all 3 previous installments were fun. Little Hope is still my favorite. I like the entire witch hunt, Salem-esque
I'd love to get some footage of the lake and
story in that game. Charlie Shoreline, Lake Michigan.
There, from on high we'll get a better look.
That's certainly.
And we'll see if this game will overtake
The visuals will be great. And we can frame up
that
something
game's
nice.
place as my favorite in
Charlie,
season
you'll
1
hack
of
up
the
a
Dark
lung
Pictures
before you're
series.
halfway up there.
I'm fit as a butcher's dog.
Mark, this is crazy.
Fit as a butcher's dog.
Let's go, Charlie.
Be careful, guys.
Nice
That is a
knowing ya.
very strange thing to say. Shoot some footage from the top of the lighthouse. Let's see, is there a collapse? Approach the wall near the collapsed steps and press X to climb. There we go. Ah, yes, you could move faster by holding down L1.
Guys, hurry up.
Yes, hold L1 to jog. And I must say, in the first game, that is something I criticized in the first game, that the controls felt extremely sluggish. That is something they improved already in Little Hope.
It's meant to be heard from miles away.
Well, yeah, I know that.
And first impressions here is that they are a little bit better here as well.
We must be able to work our way around. Come on.
Anything for a
Warning,
shot,
cliff.
right?
Warning, cliff erosion. These
That's
cliffs
not
are
too
subject to erosion and
warning
may
about
collapse
everything
into
falling
deep
into the ocean.
water without
I'm
warning.
gonna say we trusted and not die.
Nah, this sign is
You know
something
what?
the lawyers
I'm gonna
make 'em
take
push up.
that
It's
as
fine.
a warning.
Hard disagree.
And be very careful. Press X to jump down and access new areas. There we go.
Listen, Mark, I just wanted to say thanks for backing me up, man.
Is there anything?
About getting this footage.
No, for the whole trip.
Think
You know, some
the
of the crew
camera
can be
is.
challenging to work with.
I'm sorry for
Jamie and
like
Kate
the
would never have agreed to
jankiness
something you hadn't been on.
of the
I
camera.
figured
It's
that
very,
the episode
very
was such a
sensitive, and I
mess,
haven't.
we needed all
Before
that
I started playing,
Right.
I did go into settings
Yeah.
and just to make sure that I
guess
would
we did.
have subtitles and stuff like that activated. I haven't changed any of the settings except for
Okay,
that.
I won't lie. I was hoping being here, all remote and away from the world, that
Let's see.
maybe I'd have some downtime.
We are
Space
supposed to go up
deep
there to the
breath.
left, so I'm gonna
Downtime?
see. Can we
Why would you
go
wanna
up
do
here
that?
to the right?
You know,
Or is there
relax a
maybe
bit.
I've
something?
never seen the
No.
attraction.
Nothing tucked away in the corner. And in between recording the first episode and this one, I actually looked up who was the voice actor for Henry Holmes. And I can't remember his name, but
Must have been quite a storm.
in memory of the victims of the Great Storm of May 1st, 1907, in which 187 lives were lost. 187 is also, I think, the police code for murder in the US. The crew and passengers of the SS Cassiopeia, which crashed into the rocks at the base of these cliffs. Wow. Yes, the voice actor. I did not recognize him from any of his other work, or I didn't recognize his name straight up, and I didn't go into in depth
this
on
one?
what he starred in before. But I think I just recognized his voice because it sounds similar to someone else I've heard. I still can't get over the fit as a butcher's dog. That makes no sense. Like,
Hey, when we wrap, I'd like to take a couple weeks off. Go see my family.
I need you in post. I really appreciate that discerning eye of yours, you know.
I got a lot going on.
because I think
at the
a
moment,
butcher's dog
Oh,
would
right,
run a
yeah, of
bigger
course,
risk of
sure.
getting fat
Take a couple of weeks.
than fit.
Get your head
Because
together.
I
probably,
appreciate it.
depending
I'll
on
be
the
fine if I
butcher,
go
the
back.
dog would probably chow
You
down
should do the same.
on
Take some time
a
out.
lot of
You got
scraps.
any family who don't bother?
Oh, well.
I hope you can
It's
see
fine,
something in
hiding
here
in some
because
closet
this
somewhere.
cave is really,
Married to
really
each other.
dark. And I'm soon gonna... Ah, shit. Didn't mean to
How's
jump
that
down.
marriage working out?
Just want to take a quick
Well,
peek
from what I hear
around,
about real
see if
marriages, pretty damn good.
there was anything useful in here.
Married to the
Doesn't
job.
seem like it, so we're gonna head on out. Press X or to balance across rocks. Oh shit. Uh-huh. Solid as a rock. No obols around here. I'm thinking that maybe... I know I played a game called Grim Fandango, an old game made by... what's his name? The guy who did Brutal Legend and... either way. And I know in that game there's a lot of investigating and walking around, and I know your character...
Christ, what the hell is that?
A mannequin,
Holy Christ.
Hang out.
Maybe it's part of some old museum display or something.
Right. That's probably it.
I think I may have charted. I am not a screamer, which if you're watching this with the headphones, I think you will be very happy, but I can honestly say I twitched. Was not ready for that one. Oh, fuck, I hate jump scares. Anyway, yes, in that game, when you walked around, your character's head would move, and he would like move,
You coming?
Yeah.
look
looking
at
at the
things
light
he
on the
could
mess.
interact with.
How is that going to fit into
I think
the
it's
sun?
the same in like a
caught my eye.
few of the
Coming.
old Resident Evil games.
Always different.
I may be lying,
exactly
or is
turn
it
it off.
Silent Hill I'm
There's a lot of
thinking of?
crossover between the creative stuff and the commercial stuff.
Let's see.
Sure about that? Because crossover with Cage
We are most
has things
definitely
like-
going
to
to
let
that
that drop.
house.
Just making sure your head's in the game.
Now it's one of those... Ah, here's something. What's this? One of the Dark Pictures?
Fish
Great Lakes
factory to
Post.
close.
Fish factory to close.
Exciting times.
Very. Whew. Still trying to recuperate from that jump scare.
Locked tight. Come on. There must be another way.
You sure?
No. I'm optimistic.
And also you may have seen the fact that it's open over to the left. We can shimmy through there, but there is an opening over here. So that's locked. Maybe we can head in at the back. That window's... There's some just casual trespassing.
This thing hasn't been manned in ages.
Why's the horn still going?
Because they didn't decommission the fog. It's all automatic now.
Okay, I'm not reading all this. There's just names, dates, and hours. Guessing their shifts. Working 9 to 5. A lot of them. Let's see. But there might be something useful in here. Once again, I apologize. Read, please. Read, please. 4/10/2000. Keep it up, team. This should be the final week. Last night's foghorn test was successful. Looks like the automation is all up and running. We'll do one final trial today, then we can pack away the kit. A couple of you have reported that homeless guy hanging around again. We're going to be bumping up securing the compound and conducting final checks today and tomorrow just to be on the safe side. Don't want anyone getting injured. Other than that, the work's been great all projects, so let's keep up the pace and we'll be out of here by the end of the week. TS. Well, that sounds comforting. I'm guessing they weren't. Can't unlock that from inside even. That's quite odd. That you have to go out the same way you came in. But okay. Then we'll do that. And since we're past 20 minutes, I'm gonna end this episode right here, but I wanna thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.